Hey, you guys. Okay, Graceland. OMG, Graceland. It just ended. The season finale was this past Thursday, and it is one of my favorite shows. I love Graceland, and in it, okay, I don't want to get too much away because it writes a lot of you have seen it, but this show, when it first started, I was kind of like on the fence about it, but as it got into the storyline, it got into the characters, I just got so excited. My favorite character is Briggs, and not just because it's Daniel Sunjata. I'm probably said that wrong. I'm sorry if I did. Um, Not because he's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I read a review, kind of like after the first or second episode. I think it was a Huffington Post review. So, oh, this is a bunch of beautiful people in the house. No, it's not. First of all, everybody's not that attractive in the house. Second of all, they're attractive, but they're not like beautiful people. It's not like some like ridiculous like I don't know. It's not some over the top they're good looking characters like the people on CSI Miami were, or just they're regular people, but they are attractive people. But Daniel is exceptionally attractive though. But the show is centered around it's like everybody is some kind of branch of law enforcement, whether DEA or customs or FBI, whatever. They're all some kind of form of law enforcement, stay in the house to catch criminals, blah blah blah. There's a constant storyline through it, and Briggs is so brilliant. His character is so brilliant, and Daniel plays Briggs so perfectly. He to me is like the heart of the show because everything revolves around him. They kind of want it to be revolving around Warren, who's played by Aaron. They want it's like they want the show, but the show really revolves around Briggs and his like ability to like get in and out of situations. He's just so brilliant, and Daniel plays the character so brilliantly. Everybody else in the show is great. I mean, they have great actors on the show. They're very believable. As the show goes on, the first episode you're kind of like, but as the show progresses, you see them really just everybody's falling into place. In the very beginning, they had like this one female in the house, and her boyfriend slash partner in the house. I guess they were, he's the one that ended up getting compromised, and she was all upset about it. And I'm so glad they got rid of her. It wasn't that she wasn't a good actress. It's just that the character itself was annoying. But as the show goes on, it's a phenomenal show. It's a phenomenal show, and it's a what you should be watching show. And you can watch it on Amazon. You can go to Amazon and purchase them. They're like $1.99 episode or personal thing. Or if you go to USA.com, they're still showing. I'm pretty sure they're showing reruns of the show. They had it coming on following Burn Notice, which ended this season entirely. I think it was like 7 or 8 seasons or whatever. I didn't watch Burn Notice. I wasn't a Burn Notice fan. Not that I didn't like it. I just never watched it. Um, but I wanted to see Graceland because of Daniel was in it. I remember watching him and loving him in Rescue Me, and I saw him in the Brother to Brother film about like Langston. He played Langston Hughes. I liked him in that, so I was really excited to see him on television again. So that made me watch the show. Otherwise, because I can't even think of the USA original series that I watch. All I just watch reruns of Law and Order. So um, I tried to get into that's TNT with Linoleum's Owls or whatever, but I didn't say. But anyway, that show is awesome. You should be watching Graceland. They renewed the second season before the first season even ended, which just shows you how great it is. Um, so it's a lot of action, it's a lot of drama, it's a lot of you never guessed it, a lot of twists and turns, mainly because of Briggs. He does a good job of shocking you and surprising you. You rooting for him even when he appears to not be a good guy. You can't help it. So to me, the show revolves around Briggs. Everybody's character stands for it. I like his close friendship with I forgot this character's name. He's a character with the dreadlocks, which I feel awful because he's a great character. But his storyline, his family is good. Everybody's personal storyline is really good. So you should be watching Graceland. It's awesome. The series just ended, but you can. It's available on at USA.com, and it's available on Amazon.com to catch up with the first season. And I'm sure going to show reruns on USA. So you should be watching it. All right. I'm also going to throw in this review. Uh, Arsenio Hall. Okay, so this is a you should be watching slash review. Now, I'm a woman of a certain age, so I remember when Arsenio Hall first came out, and I love Arsenio Hall. I do. I mean, I was woo woo woo. I was excited when it was like he's coming out September 9th, blah blah blah. I think it was September 9th. Anyway, I can't remember exactly. But when I heard it was coming out, I was excited. I was conflicted because I always watch Conan O'Brien, and I love Conan. I watch Chelsea sometimes, but she gets a little deep, not deep, but a little more than what I want to hear sometimes. But I love Chelsea Handler. But Conan is perfect. He's my kind of comedy. He's funny. He's exciting. He interviews well. He interviews his people well. He's funny. He knows how to be on a perfect tone. I love Conan O'Brien. So, but I said, you know what? I'm not gonna watch Conan O'Brien for a few nights because I want to see what's going on with Arsenio Hall. And so far, okay. I have to be honest. I only want to watch. I think I watched one show. I watched him do his monologue. Okay, and I think I watched like popped in on. I think did I pop in on other shows? I don't know. I watched him do his monologue. The episode that the first night he came on, I didn't get to watch it. I didn't get to watch it, but the second night he came on, I watched it. I'm He felt awkward, He's like it wasn't the same Arsenio to me. He's still funny, but to people that didn't watch Arsenio before that watches Arsenio now, you won't all the hype and excitement. You're like, he's okay. His jokes are a little like much. And I think that has to do with a lot of the changing of times because I think now like a lot of stuff that was funny and you can make fun of I think people still make racial jokes and stuff like that, but at the same time I think the things have changed to where I think it's like some of the stuff you just feel like weird hearing. You're like, you know, uh, but he's okay. He's okay. I won't tune in every night. You know, he had his like it just he had this interview. I saw the interview he did with Ice Cube, and he was bringing up things, I guess, between them and how he really wanted NWA on the show and all these other different things. And the interview felt okay. It was just the whole thing didn't feel, it felt very, it didn't feel like it felt when I first watched him back in the day. But that's because I watched him back in the day. People that watch him now may think, oh wow, this guy's great. And I still think he's great. It just doesn't feel the same. Maybe because I was so much younger and my sense of humor was different then. And I just think that I've changed so much that maybe the things he said doesn't just make me laugh as much as it makes me go, ugh. And some of the stuff is just funny, it's good, but it's just, I'm not the same person I was when I watched it back then. So maybe. But it's a good show. It's okay. It's cool. I'm gonna stick to Conan. That's my kind of comedy. I'm gonna stick to Conan and his silliness and ridiculousness. And I no, don't be watching Arsenio. I'm not saying I won't pop in every now and then, but like if he has somebody really, really great on that I really, 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 really want to see, and they happen to be on the show, it'll be like one of those kind of things. Like with Chelsea, I watch it when somebody's on I really, really want to see. But as far as just I watch because of the host, like the host make me watch, that would be Conan O'Brien. So yeah, Arsenio's show was okay. It was all right. He's coming back, and it was good. It's just that he what I saw didn't make me want to watch every night, but it was okay. I just give it. I give it an okay. I don't give it a great, awesome. I give it an okay. But like I said, I watched when I was younger. My expectations was different. So, and I've been seeing billboards, and I work days, so I don't know. I probably won't get to watch it unless I watch it like it's like it's a rerun or something. If it even gets that far. But Queen Latifah is coming out with another talk show. Why I don't know. I don't know because her first talk show wasn't all that, but it wasn't all that to me. Like I was like, she didn't seem like an interviewer type of person, and she's not even in the type of. She doesn't. That's not what she does. As far as that's not what I'm used to seeing her do. When she did it, it was awkward. I don't see how somebody like that can get a talk show, and even somebody like um, Chris Jenner can get a talk show, and Wayne Brady is not back on talk show. I mean, he does Let's Make a Deal and he's brilliant, but is his talk show was phenomenal. And they cut it off, put Tony Danza on, took him off. He got canceled and everything because he's not a talk show person anyway. Wayne Brady was perfect, so Wayne Brady should be on daytime talk show. But yet Queen Latifah is on daytime talk show. Well, Chris Brenner got an opportunity to be a daytime talk show. They're finna give Queen Latifah try a daytime talk show, and they even gave Steve Harvey. And I'm not saying because Steve Harvey's in line with talk show. He talks on the radio. He's a comedian. He's a top comedian that transcends comedy. That he's not just stand up and talk and do comedy. He can make he can talk about life. He can talk about all this kind of stuff. I don't always agree with what he says, but talk show fits him. Okay, talk show fits him. Talk show fits Wayne Brady. So I don't understand why Wayne Brady doesn't have a talk show. Again, people that are getting talk shows, Queen Latifah, Chris Brenner, I think that's her last name, Kim Kardashian's mom. Those people get talk shows. Wayne Brady, he's a great host on Let's Make a Deal. I feel like he's probably one of those hardest working people in showbiz type thing. I think he's probably capable of doing both shows. I don't know all it takes, but he seems like that type of guy that can do anything. So I love Wayne Brady, and I don't understand why he doesn't have a talk show. So yeah, and I heard that Kim Kardashian's mom got canceled. Not surprised, and I'm actually kind of happy. She's not a talk show person. She's just drama. Yeah, she's good for tabloids and the theatrics on the little show, on the show on E, but she's not talk show. I'm not gonna tune in her. I saw episodes of The Real, and I like The Real. I think it's good. Um, I like all the girls on the show except for the one girl. I won't go into that because I don't know her name yet. I don't remember her name, but there was an episode about weave, and Lonnie Love was like talking about the weave and everything, and it was one girl sitting next to Lonnie Love who was like, "Oh my God, what is a weave? Oh my God, what is a this? What is a that?" And I was like, she felt fake. She might have been authentic. She might have honestly, because I don't know anybody that doesn't know the difference between a wig and a weave. Even if they don't wear them, they know sometimes it's sewn in, sometimes it's put on. It's enough talk about weave and wigs to where I really don't honestly see how you can ask that question. But if you honestly didn't know, it's a possibility. Everybody doesn't know everything. But if you work in Hollywood and you go and you're backstage anywhere in Hollywood, you've seen a wig or a weave or a hair extension put in. You've had numerous opportunities to ask that question, but you wait until you're on the show with other women of color. And this person was a woman of color, but she wasn't black. But I just feel like I was over her. But everybody else on the stage, there was the one girl that was from the Cheetah Girls, and then she has the Empire Show. She's a host on there. You have I think it's Tia. Is it Tia or Tamara? One of those, one of the twins. I forget the names. I get mixed up. The one that's married to the white guy. She's on there, and then there's the one that. And then of course you have Tamar Braxton, Lonnie Love, and then there's the other girl that was like, oh, what is that? I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm too through with you. So the show is really good. It's a really good show. It's called The Real. I still like the talk. I think the talk's more serious. I don't watch it now. I don't watch any of these shows all the time because, of course, I'm not here. I'm not at home watching them. all the time. I have the opportunity to watch him. But of course, my favorite is Wendy Williams. Although she says things that I don't agree with, but she's the queen of talk. Wendy Williams. You can't knock Wendy Williams. She keeps you entertained. But yeah. So that's just my late night and daytime talk show review, kind of clumped in with the you ought to watch or you ought to be watching Graceland. So kind of a combination thing there. But once the new summer season starts for Graceland, my hope is to make a video after every episode, not to give spoilers, but to um, just let you guys know how awesome it is, and you should be watching Graceland. All right, check it out on Amazon or on USA Network. Amazon, you have to pay. I think USA, if you have cable, they make sure the episodes are Hulu, or any place where, like Hulu.com, Amazon, you have to pay. It's different sites. So to catch up, I just watch the USA Network and catch the reruns. So you should be watching Hemlock Grove. Nah, you don't have to watch Arsenio. I would give Arsenio Hall a try. It depends on what kind of comedy you're into. It depends on where you're at. It depends on how much you've grown since you saw him on Arsenio Hall when he was doing Arsenio Hall show back in the 90s, the late 80s into the 90s. If you watched him back then, if you have the same sense of humor that you had back then that you have now, then I think you will like him. Um, he doesn't feel the same, so I don't know if it's me or him. It's probably me because he's always been Arsenio. So, but yeah. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Arsenio to me is not a much watch, but it's a you should try it. Um, also, yeah, no, it's just my take on the talk show thing, the daytime talk show thing. I feel like The Real seems like a really, really good show. It seems a very, very good show. And Wayne Brady should have a show. He should have a talk show. He need his talk show back. And I don't want to watch Queen Latifah talk about nothing. So, all right, y'all. That's it. Until next time, love and peace.